like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yeah, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
Man, Lord Jesus have mercy, man. Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments, man. Press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments. Let me start this first, man. Y'all press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments. Let me get a mic check real quick. Make sure everybody can hear me. Oh, y'all can hear me? All right. So subscribe. After y'all subscribe, after y'all subscribe, hit the bell icon. After you hit the bell icon, you're going to hit the all button. When y'all hit the all button, you guys gonna get all the updates when I release video content on the channel. Lord Jesus have mercy. Lord, 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 Lord. It all goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's about to get deeper, y'all. Diddy has been multiple lawsuits that has just came against him again tonight. Multiple lawsuits that has just been filed against him by different lawyers. Different lawyers. Multiple lawsuits by different lawyers just got hit with Diddy. One of the lawsuits mentions another rapper in the lawsuit who's unnamed in that lawsuit. One of the lawsuits is coming from Tony Busby. The other lawsuit is coming from Ariel Mitchell Kidd. Now, I'm going to start off with the lawsuit from Tony Busby. The lawsuit from Ariel Mitchell Kidd, that woman put photos in that lawsuit from the event and also reportedly went to woke up in the hospital. Was sent to the hospital or woke up in the hospital after that situation. All right? And we're going to get into it right now for you guys. So according to the first reports against Sean Diddy Combs, and this one comes out of Tony Busby's stable of lawsuits against Diddy. This lawsuit is accusing Diddy of sexually assaulting this woman, spiking this woman's drink during a New York stampede. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on with this situation right here. Is Diddy just been hit with multiple lawsuits, and in this report, an unnamed rapper has been mentioned in this report, and I'm gonna tell y'all how. According to TMZ, it says Diddy is facing new sexual assault allegations. One that dates back before he was famous, and he And the alleged victim says it went down during an already infamous New York City event. The accuser, who's filing as a Jane Doe, says she was attending a December 1991 charity basketball event at City College of New York, which was co-sponsored by a then up-and-coming producer by the name of Sean Puffy Combs. She and a friend, according to the reports, were invited by an unnamed rapper set to appear at the event. She claims in the lawsuit that when her and her friend arrived, she says the crowd outside was large and getting unruly. And she convinced a security guard to let her and the friend in early. Inside, they couldn't find the rapper. And the woman claims they were led to an office of the gym's locker rooms where Diddy had a makeshift dressing room. She says she didn't know who Diddy was at the time and asked if he could help her meet up with her rapper friend, who remains unnamed. And Diddy said he'll make that happen. However, she alleges that Diddy handed her a plastic cup he told her contained Coca-Cola. And she took a sip and immediately started feeling woozy and got up to leave. But she claims that Diddy blocked her. According to the lawsuit filed by Tony Busby, he started touching himself and fondling her, and he overpowered her. And when she started struggling, she alleges he pushed her down, tore off her undies, and took it. Afterwards, she says she told him she was going to tell her rapper friend what had happened. And she claims that Diddy threatened her to not do that because, quote unquote, people can come up missing. The accuser says Combs then left to deal with something at the event, and she found her friend, and they made their exit. In the suit, she says the scene outside was chaotic. People were running in every direction. She's referring to a stampede that broke out because the 1991 event was oversold. 9 people ended up passing away, and many more were injured. The headliner of the day was the late, great rapper Heavy D, who was signed to Uptown Records, the label where Combs got his start. They reached out to Diddy's camp, no word back. Now, at this time, Big Gene Deal was at this event, but he's not mentioned in this lawsuit because remember, he spoke about this on the Art of Dialogue and him being involved in the security of this event where 9 people lost their life and him and Diddy had a falling out about this. Again, Gene Deal is not any way involved in this lawsuit, but Gene Deal is spoken about him being contracted and working outside and working the door outside and trying to control the doors because of all the people that was at this alleged event. And I'm going to let you guys hear what Gene Deal had to say on Art of Dialogue. But first, I'm going to get into the other lawsuit. Now, this one was from Tony Busby, but there's another one. And that's to the dude in the comment section who says that Tony Busby is going outside. Well, sir, sorry to ruffle your feathers, sir. Sorry to have this article tickle your fancy, sir. But Diddy has also had another lawsuit right now, as we speak, filed against him from a different lawyer. And this person who is accusing Diddy in this lawsuit actually put receipts and proof she was at this event in the lawsuit. Now, this other lawsuit where Diddy is being sued came from none other than Mrs. Ariel Mitchell Kidd, who nobody knows where she's been for the last couple of weeks since she had been all over social media. Nobody had seen or really heard from her in the last couple of weeks on no news outlets, no shows. She had been very quiet. Well, maybe this is why she was quiet, because she was working on cases. Because now you have another woman, according to TMZ.com. This woman was a radio contest winner, and she sued Diddy today for alleged sexual assault. And she included pictures from that trip in the lawsuit, according to TMZ. Now it says Diddy is facing yet another sexual assault lawsuit. This time, the accuser has included pictures from the party where she was allegedly R-worded. LaTroya Grayson is her name. She's coming out, putting her name out here. And her picture is out here. LaTroya Grayson, an Oklahoma woman, has filed a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, Bad Boy Records, and a series of other companies over a 2006 incident where she claims she went to a Combs party, was sexually assaulted, and R-worded. Now, according to the reports from TMZ, it said that LaTroya Grayson's sibling won a radio contest through K-Jams, a local Oklahoma radio station, which included a round-trip airfare for the winner and the guests, a hotel room in New York City, and 2 tickets to attend Sean Diddy Combs' white party in New York City. Right? Y'all smash the like button. Salute to everybody sending donations. See all y'all. Appreciate all y'all in the building. Y'all know what it is with me, man. We ain't playing no games. Grayson says she and her sibling went to New York. She included in the complaint a photo of the alleged invite to the party and pictures of her Delta Airlines tickets to take her from Tulsa to New York on October the 16th, 2006, and then back on October the 17th, 2006. She also includes a picture of a bill from the Roger Smith Hotel, a ritzy spot in Manhattan, paid for by Atlantic Records. Grayson says she and her sibling went to the party, which was changed to a black party, but were separated when entering the party, with Grayson getting in and her sibling being left outside. During the party, Grayson took a series of photos with stars like Babs and Bone Crusher, and she included the photos in her lawsuit as well. Grayson says waitresses circulated around the room with pre-made drinks, and after she says she had only 2, she began to feel sick and headed for the restroom. Grayson says she has no recollection of the rest of the night, instead waking up in St. Vincent's Medical Center. When she woke up, she says she had a ripped shirt, no underwear, and most of her money was gone. Now, to any and everybody who may say this is cap, before we move on with this video, what I will do is I will show you a photo from that lawsuit. I will show you a photo that she has displayed of the actual doctor's band that she had on her wrist that night. In this picture right now, you will see her name appear on this wristband in the hospital. As she put this in the lawsuit, TMZ also put this in their article as well. And what you see on your screen is the medical band from that very next day. LaTroya Grayson, medical band, 1324811 1239 86622. Emergency. October the 17th, 2006. A day after she claims, or the same night, excuse me, because it went to the morning, she claims that she was sexually assaulted by Sean Diddy Combs. That's the band right there on your screen. Now, it also goes on to say in this report, in this article, and I salute everybody that's tapped in, that's showing love to this channel, man. It continues to say that it's important to note that she remembers nothing about the assault she says happened. And so, let me make a correction. She says she can't say with certainty who allegedly sexually assaulted her. So I retract that, her saying that was Diddy, because I read that wrong. But she says, and she never mentions actually seeing or speaking with Diddy at the event. She then flew back to Oklahoma, where she says she received a call from an anonymous female who she claims told her not to pursue action against Diddy because he was a celebrity and she would just be wasting her time. The lawsuit filed by Grayson's attorney, Ariel Mitchell, says that out of fear and confusion, she chose not to report this at the time to the authorities. As you know, Diddy's currently locked up in MDC, Brooklyn, waiting for trial for racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy's lawyers have given no word. So in this particular case, she's suing him because I guess she's saying that these were the companies that were responsible, or he was responsible, they were responsible for the event she was at when she was allegedly given a drink, sexually assaulted, went to the hospital, got back home, received a call, and was told to not sue Diddy because he was a celebrity. She would be wasting her time. And so, in any of these cases, Diddy is innocent until proven guilty. As far as the one where the guy or the woman said he sexually assaulted her, and the other one where the woman said that she wasn't completely sure who sexually assaulted her, but she's suing him and multiple other companies that was responsible, I guess, for that event. Uh, and so again, she showed a picture from a bill from the Roger Smith Hotel that was paid for by Atlantic Records. According to this report from TMZ, says that her and her sibling went back. I do have one question for her. I got a couple questions for her. If I had to ask her any questions, the one question I would ask her is this: why would you go in that party without your sibling, the one you came with? Why would you do that? Because it says she went in the party and she actually took photos. You know, which she has included in a lawsuit. So she included photos in that lawsuit. But the question is why would you go in there without why would you go in that party without, and these are the questions I would ask her straight up. Why would you go in there without your sibling? If y'all went over there, she's not going in there. And I've heard this plenty of times from plenty of different women. The other woman who alleged that she went to a Diddy party with her friend, she alleged that her friend, she went inside her friend. They didn't want her friend to go inside. They just said her. And so I don't understand why these girls would go in there in these places by themselves, but then leave their friend outside. These are questions that should be asked. And that's not, saying that they're lying or anything. These are questions that should be getting to the truth. So again, let me correct this. She is suing Diddy and multiple companies for the responsibility of what happened to her. Is what I'm seeing from this article. And the first one is actually saying, the woman's actually saying that Diddy did that to her. So this is two different lawsuits. One of them saying, and I got it mixed up, so I wanted to say that again so I got it right. One of them says, the first one that happened in 91 says that, that person saying Diddy did that. Now that was at the event I told y'all that Gene Deal said he was working outside on. But Gene Deal is not included in the lawsuit. He doesn't have anything to do with the lawsuit. And I don't even know if he knows that this happened. I would love to hear if Gene Deal knew about this. You know what I'm saying? Whole situation. I would love to know if he heard about this whole situation. You understand what I'm saying? I would love to hear about that. Because again, Gene Deal did an interview on this. And like I said, he did an interview on this on the Art of Dialogue, right? And he spoke about this situation, with this college thing. Now, Gene Deal, apparently he said he was working the outside. This girl said this happened inside in the locker rooms. That's what this girl said. I'm gonna let y'all hear Gene Deal's Art of Dialogue interview on him.
You've been on my platform a lot, and you never told this story before, and you did security when this situation happened. But tell me about the City College stampede that took place where 9 people died. Because I know you blame Diddy for that situation.
Well, we were scheduled to do the outside of the college, outside of the gymnasium.
Now, let me stop that right there. See, now Gene, this interview was 7 months ago, way before this lawsuit. So people who are gonna, because people are gonna try and throw Gene in there, this and the third. Gene has already told y'all 7 months ago this interview was done on Art of Dialogue. Gene said that they were contracted to do the doors outside. This woman is alleging that she got sexually assaulted inside in the locker room area. So this woman saying she was inside. Gene says that he was contracted to work outside, so he probably would not have seen, this woman or whatever like that. But who knows if Gene could verify that part of this woman's story, where she says, she claims that that locker room was part like an area Diddy had set up like as like a back room or something like that, like a makeup room, or not makeup room, but like a setup room. So I don't know if Gene can confirm that. And or whatever else. But yeah, let's go to this interview. And again, Gene Deal is no way involved in this lawsuit or anything like this. I'm just playing this because Gene was working security outside. Again, he was outside. I know how y'all niggas trying to do. Y'all trying to come in here and put something on the brother. But he did this interview 7 months ago before this lawsuit came out. He said he was outside. So let's get it.
Where 9 people died. Because I know you blame Diddy for that situation.
Well, we were scheduled to do the outside of the college, outside of the gymnasium, because that's what my team was good at. You understand? I had 18 guys prepared to be outside to make sure that we could get the crowd in order. You understand? Before there was any crowd, you got to set the things up before you even get the crowd like that, especially in those type of things. And back then in the days, we used to have dogs and everything. I would have a guy with 2 dogs walking the street, making sure people go down the lane, you know what I'm saying, and don't bum rush the doors. You know, people ain't bum rushing the doors when you got dogs out there. You know what I mean? So, and it's crazy that we had to do parties like that, but that was one of our security things that we did. So now, Puff called me and said, yo, Gene, we only need 8 guys. I said, 8 guys? You can't, ain't no way you're going to do the shooting college with 8 guys. He said, no, Heavy D, because him and Heavy D was doing a party together. He was like, yo, Heavy D want the FOIs to do the outside. I said, the FOIs? He said, yeah. So I said, yo, fuck it, I ain't going to do it. You know, and then my man, who was my partner, Slick, said, yo, man, we're going to go ahead and do it, man. And we just going to get a couple of bottles, just going to chill. And, you know, we just go outside. We do the house, we do the downstairs. So Puff told me that, you know, he just wanted us to do inside the gym and make sure that nobody, you know, be over the celebrities like that. That's what he wanted my team to do. But most of the celebrities going to have their own security anyway. You know what I'm saying? That was just a way to cut our security off anyway. So he cut the security and he got the FOIs, and the FOIs left their post, and that's how the people bum rushed the door, and 9 people died by going down those corridors.
Hey, Queen, let me ask you a question. Now, you say these lawsuits are getting out of hand. Let me ask you a question. Are these lawsuits getting out of hand if they're true? Queen E, you said these lawsuits are getting out of hand. Are these lawsuits getting out of hand if they're true? Queen, you says they aren't true. Now, Queen, let me ask you this question. You say they aren't true. How old are you, Queen? Let me ask you that, please. How old are you? How old are you, Queen? Queen, how old are you? You said the city college thing is definitely a lie. I'm looking at your picture right now, Queen. How old are you, Queen? Queen E, how old are you? You're 53 years old. 53 years old. Now, Queen, where you from? Where you from, Queen? Where you from? What state you from, Queen? Where you from? You from Harlem. All right. So, Queen, let me ask you a question. In 1991, were you at this event? Were you at this event at City College in 1991, Queen? Were you at this event? I didn't ask you that. You said some things he did, some things he. I ain't asked you that. I ain't asked you that. I asked you, was you at this event, ma'am? That's all I want to know. Was you at this? Were you at the event? I'm asking you a question, Queen. You were at the event? You were at the event. Okay, cool. So, Queen, were you in the locker room? Were you in the locker room with Diddy? Were you in the locker room with Diddy? That's all I'm asking you, Queen. Were you in the locker room with Diddy? Were you in the locker room with Diddy, Queen? You said no one was in the locker room, Okay, so if you wasn't in the locker room, shut the hell up. The hell is wrong with you? If you wasn't in the locker room, shut up. If you wasn't in the locker room, shut your ass up. Shut your old ass up if you wasn't in the locker room. Shut the hell up. And Jerome Williams, go get some goddamn Just for Men, nigga. Cause that shit look horrible on your chin. You got that wolf coochie on your chin, nigga. Get that shit off your chin, nigga. And get off my chat room, bro. The hell wrong with you? And Queen, you everything but a queen. The hell wrong with you coming in here acting like you was up in that goddamn locker room? Sit your ass down somewhere and shut the hell up. Nobody in this comment heard me say Diddy's guilty. Shut the hell up talking about somebody spreading lies when none of us know, none of us were there. You wasn't in that locker room and I wasn't in that locker room. So you shut your old ass up and stop looking like a goddamn hoochie mama at 53 years old and put some goddamn clothes on. Running around here trying to act like you the new goddamn Nicole Murphy. Sit your ass down somewhere. And on the way out, learn how to spell. Because your ass don't know how to spell. Hooked on phonics is what they call it. Straight like that. Calling your ass Queen E. What the hell you thought you was? Queen B? The hell wrong with you? Now back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by a skeezer who gonna come in here who wasn't there, right? We haven't taken any side on this situation. All we did was read the allegation. And this woman gonna come in here out of the blue and say, oh, these are lies. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your ass up. Once again, we'll say this again as we say in every video. Sean Diddy Combs is innocent until proven guilty. All we doing is reading the allegations. What the hell is wrong with you people? You and that other nigga who got a half a gray beard. Nigga, put some Just for Men on that shit or shave it off, nigga. Running around here looking like the Black Legion of Doom. What the hell wrong with you? Man, let's get back to this, man. What the hell wrong with these people, man?
He said no.
People done lost their goddamn mind coming up here messing with me.
Heavy D, because him and Heavy D was doing a party together. He was like, yo, Heavy D want the FOIs to do the outside. I said, the FOIs? He said, yeah. So I said, yo, fuck it, I ain't gonna do it. You know, and then my man, who's my partner, Slick, said, yo, man, we're gonna go ahead and do it, man. And we just gonna get a couple of bottles, just gonna chill, and you know, we just go outside. We do the house, we do the downstairs. So Puff told me that, you know, he just wanted us to do inside the gym and make sure that nobody, you know, be over the celebrities like that. That's what he wanted my team to do. But most of the celebrities gonna have their own security anyway. You know what I'm saying? That was just a way to cut our security off anyway. So he cut the security and he got the FOIs, and the FOIs left their post, and that's how the people bum rushed the door, and 9 people died by going down those corridors.
And you blame Diddy for that?
Yeah, I do. It's his fault. But it's Jessica's fault for shutting the door. Because had she not shut the door, people would have just walked in the gym. And you'd have had a gym full of people. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody would have probably died. It's her fault and it's his fault.
So you really think it's Diddy's fault? Why you believe that?
Because you don't cut security to save $1. You don't cut security when security is the most important thing that you gotta have at these places. And that's what he did. He didn't listen. He didn't listen. And I even told him, I said, yo, if the FOIs don't get a barricade away from this door, people gonna die tonight. I told that to him. And what happened? 9 people died that night.
What was his reaction to the 9 people dying?
I didn't talk to him for a while. He used to come around with us with the same gang, and he just say, yo, he just speak to Gene. He like, yo, what up, Gene? I'll be like, yo, what up? I didn't speak to him until after that Suge Knight stuff that they had with Jake in Atlanta. That's when I started back really speaking to him.
Wow, because you felt the type of way about what he did?
Nah, come on, bro. 9 kids died, bro. I was pumping the chest of one little boy when my man was crying, talking about, yo, this is my first time him being out. This is the first time him being out, bro. My mama gonna kill me. I'm pumping on the chest of a little 17-year-old boy. How would you feel?
Also, Gene Deal, in that same Art of Dialogue interview, he addressed the people who wanted him arrested. Because I told y'all, I knew once this allegation came up, I said, bro, they're going to try and throw Gene in it. But Gene clearly made clear in that video, this was 7 months ago, this interview happened, that he was outside during security. This woman alleges this thing happened in the locker room area where Diddy had a setup in the locker room area. So that's where she's alleging that situation happened.
How you feel about the people that say that you should be going to prison for allowing Diddy to do the things that he was doing?
Let me just say this to you. It's not one victim in the complaint. And I've been on Art of Dialogue. I got over 10 interviews on Art of Dialogue probably. I probably got over 10 interviews with you, Mike.
More than that, actually.
All right. But it's not one individual that ever came and said, this guy I seen on YouTube was the one who held the door. This guy I seen on YouTube is the one who helped Puff do anything. Like Suge Knight said, and thank you for that, Suge. Suge Knight said, this was not the Puffy we know back then. All this came when he started moving out to California, when he moved out to California and started dealing with certain people, getting record deals, 10 million here. Yo, he got a record deal for $10 million and flopped and came back and got another record deal and then turned in an album for $10 million and it flopped. Why? Why? That's the nature of what he was doing because he was willing to go through those doors that people like Christopher Williams wasn't going through. Everybody heard the story. Everybody just ain't willing to talk about it. And if it ain't, that's their choice. But for these people who sit up there and run their mouth and talk about what I should do or I should go to jail, they just making that stuff up for content because they don't have no stories. They didn't live the life I didn't live. They wasn't there. They wasn't around. People didn't come to them and ask them to do certain things. You understand what I'm saying? So they mad. They upset that the Art of Dialogue didn't made Fox. The Art of Dialogue didn't made TMZ. The Art of Dialogue didn't made what was that? What was that other news program? Nightline. All these different things. They upset. No, get your content up. So it don't matter. I'm good. Name when I ever said I saw him do something. I told you I went to the hospital. Yeah, I see Kim's face is bruised. You understand? She in the hospital with her man. He about to, he bleeding, profusely. Profusely. He bleeding crazy from his wrist with a t-shirt wrapped around it because she took a corkscrew and said, yo, you hit me again. I wasn't there. I was told to go to the hospital to bodyguard him. You understand what I'm saying? I told people when him and Kim was in the room, he doing that play fight and shit like that, and she come out, I'm like, yo, you all right? She said, I'm good. And she'll stay out there, out the room for a little while, then she'll go back in. But I'm never going to see him or nobody else. I ain't never been that type of dude. You're not going to abuse no kids around me. You're not going to abuse no women around me. And that's point blank. So they can say what they want to say, bro. You know what it is? It gives them content to talk about, to make up shit. Well, if this happened, if that happened. If ands, and buts with candies and nuts, Christmas would be every day. But it's not, brother.
So this young lady named Victor Hawthorne says you talk too much. Victor, ma'am, the last time I checked, this channel said Ticket TV. Let me repeat myself again, ma'am. The last time I checked, ma'am, this channel said Ticket TV, not Victor Moan or Victor Hawthorne. It said Ticket Goddag on TV. Now, when it says Ticket TV, that means that I say what the hell I want, when the hell I want, however long the hell I want. And if you don't like it, sir, or ma'am, or whatever you may be, you can get your ass to stepping. Matter of fact, I'm gonna help you right now. Bye. Get out.
Benjamin Braffman, he left. Either it's because his client didn't take his information, because I don't see how they even let this get to court with Cassie. You understand? She only wanted $10 million. You knew what she was putting into that lawsuit. And then you tried to, one day after she filed it, pay her off and stop it. He didn't take his Benjamin Braffman legal advice. And he saw that, yo, this shit is about to be a forest. I ain't going to be a part of this, and I'm going to leave. Because nobody's talking about his legal team, you understand, about what they did or didn't do. But right now, he had 18 companies, all of them parted away from him. The IRS is looking at him. The federal government is looking at him. Now they trying to go into court and say because his company wasn't existed at that time of some of the alleged rapes, that what we're going to do is we want them to take the companies out of the lawsuit. But check this out, bro. Do you ever think of this? Why did Diddy put everything in his mom and his son's name? Did he know that he was doing some things behind the scene? Or did he know that some things was going on in his life that may bring it to this point where people be trying to sue him? But everything is in Justin's name and everything in his mama's name? Did he know that? Because when you're a grown man, you want to own some things. You know what I'm saying? You want to own some things. You want to have companies in your name, companies in this, that, and the third. But he put it in his mom and his son's name? And his daughters now? I don't know, bro.
How you feel about the comments that Suge made about Diddy? He made a comment saying that, it's nothing to cheer about, seeing what, Diddy is going through right now. It's a bad day for hip-hop.
Well, I think Suge was being admirable to, and he didn't say Puff was the enemy or anything like that, but I think he was being admirable because He knows Puff is a father. Puff is a businessman. And Puff is a black man. I think he was very admirable. And he was being somewhat forgiving. But like I told you, I heard Puff say, I don't give a F if Pac gotta die. I don't give a F if Big gotta die. And Suge Knight can go to jail. And I said this before. That could have been some self-fulfilling prophecy he had. I don't know. Or it could have been something that he heard from the handlers or the people above him. I don't know. But I do know it came out of his mouth. You understand what I'm saying? I do know it came out of his mouth. And for Suge to be that admirable, you know, and speak kind of him, he's more forgiving than I could ever be. That forgiveness is, you go to your God, you go to Jesus for that. You understand? And I'm not saying Puff put him in jail or had anything to do with him going to jail or anything like that. But the atmosphere that both of them created at that time may have caused both of their demise today. So I don't have too much to say about it, but I think I said enough.
But what do you personally think Diddy meant by that when he made them comments about Big and Pop?
Well, I knew he was mad and upset because we had just he just had ran from Pac and Suge and from Soul Train. So I know it was out of anger because he kept on saying, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. You understand? I'm tired of living my life like this. You understand what I'm saying? So I know it was out of frustration. It was out of anger. So I was at a shock because when he walked up the steps after he said it, my man looked at me and he said, yo, he said Big. He didn't say nothing about Pac. He didn't say nothing about Suge. He said, yo, that nigga said Big. And I was like, right, he did say Big. It was crazy. It was crazy that you would wish death on your friend, on somebody who you say that you had a personal relationship with, no matter what. I don't understand why he did that, and I would love to hear his explanation on that myself.
And again, those are excerpts from the interview that Gene Deal did on Art of Dialogue, where he spoke about that first lawsuit we talked about with this woman. He spoke about that event, not the actual lawsuit, because he wasn't involved in the lawsuit, but he spoke about that event and what had happened at that event to give you guys that context of that event during that situation in 91. So there was 2 lawsuits filed today, lawsuits by different lawyers, one by shout out to Dina Griffith in the Cash App the donation. Shout out to Charlene in the Cash App the donation. Shout out to Janet Ballard in the Cash App the donation. Salute to all of y'all. Janet says, keep up the good work, Governor. Take a salute to you, ma'am. I appreciate y'all who support the channel. And to the brother or to the sister who sent the 50 spot, or the brother who sent the $50 donation as well. Salute to you. But as I said to you guys, yeah, man. Diddy is innocent till proven guilty of all these crimes. These are allegations that are being brought out against him. And again, this has to be, these have to be settled in court. You know what I'm saying? To see whether or not these allegations can be proven to be true or if they're not true. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's right either way to come out and demonize, you know what I'm saying, a person who makes accusations or when they want to make them. Sometimes people do things for a certain reason. You know what I'm saying? I find one thing funny, and I'm going to say this to everybody right now. Think about this. Do you guys hear anybody complaining about the dates of when the woman who came out and accused Tony Busby, the lawyer who's going after Diddy and these guys? Have you heard anybody complain about and say, hey, man, I don't believe her. This happened years ago. Why would she come out now? No. They only say that for people they like. They only question Why people wait for years for people they like? They don't say that about the people they don't care about. So this woman against Tony Busby came out and said that this thing happened in 2018, but we're in 2024, about to be in 2025, and she didn't say nothing all this time up until now. All of a sudden, she want to come out and file a lawsuit, say this man gave her VD. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But nobody questions the timing of her lawsuit, but we question the timing of everybody else. That's the reason why I don't get into that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I question is it true or is it false? You understand what I'm saying? Is it true or is it false? The allegation they're bringing out against you. If it's false, they should be locked up in prison, in my opinion. If it's true, you got to go. Period, man. You can't be out here violating people like that, allegedly putting stuff in people's dreams, allegedly doing these things. Can't be doing that. And if you're lying, you can't be out here lying on people like that. It's just simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And so these are my thoughts on this whole situation. That's why I always want to see this stuff play out. The reason why I have banged so hard on Diddy is because of what we saw on that tape. That was just that was demonic and diabolical type of shit. And I don't respect that on no level from no man or no woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's not respectable on any level, man. You know, even when y'all seen Jay in the elevator, he did not respond when that girl put hands on. That girl was wrong for what she did to Jay-Z. I don't care what nobody said. She should not have put hands and feet on that man like that. Because if it was reversal, there would have been a whole different reaction. I want y'all to think about that. If that situation was in reverse, that would have been a whole different situation. But since it was her putting her hands on that man like that, everybody took that differently. I didn't like that. Because like I said, you're supposed to call it how you see it. That's why I did that video today on old girl with that foul mouth running around here talking about she wished death on that on Offset and stuff like that. Well, what type of time is that? Where's the outrage? Where's the people getting their apology? You can't say no stuff like that. Just the foulest, nastiest mouth. And this is how all this stuff continues. And this is how this stuff grows into real issues. You know, it's a lot of power that comes through the tongue. It's a lot of power that comes through the tongue. You say stuff, you can speak that into existence. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I always tell people, watch what you say. You can speak these things into existence. And sometimes you do not want to do that. So I looked at a situation with all these different allegations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And yes, we'll talk about them, but never once have you heard me come in here and say, yeah, man, this guy's guilty. I don't never say, hey, man, they're innocent, they're proven guilty, got to go to court. But we are going to talk about them. And I'm not going to demonize a person for making the accusations when they want to make them. You know? Because we don't do that all the way across the board. We just don't. So if that's the case, everybody should have been questioning why that girl waited 6 years to come against those allegations with Tony Busby. She alleged that Tony Busby gave her a disease in 2018. It's 2024 right now. And then she said she stayed with him for years after that and kept having sex with him and stuff like that. If that's the case, why come out now? And why did you stay with him? If you were so shamed that he allegedly gave you this disease. You were so shamed that you kept sleeping with him. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So again, these are the different things I tell y'all about. Because see, everybody, they was kind of cheering on Solange when she put her hands on that man. I wasn't cheering it on. I was outraged that she was able to do that and get away with it. Because that's not right. Regardless of the situation, and we saw the tape, that man did not put his hands, he did not hit you or violently go at you. And then once you was hitting him, he didn't have no kind of crazy reaction. He was just trying to like guard himself. That's why I always say people need to keep their hands to themselves, man, at all times. That way you don't have these issues coming up. You know? It's crazy because men don't even want to fight men. I was watching a basketball game last night. These two dudes get ejected from the game just for squaring off. They ain't even fight. They ain't even throw no punches, nothing. but you get ejected from the game. They really didn't want to fight because you want to fight, you throwing down right off top. But every time I turn around, a woman and a man, it's on and cracking. I don't understand that. But you guys definitely let me know what y'all thinking, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely let me know what y'all feeling about all of this situation, man. Again, man, you know, the lawsuits pile up against Diddy. One is from Tony Busby, one is from Ariel Mitchell Kidd. You know, against Diddy. Diddy's facing multiple allegations. And shit, to be honest with y'all, by the time I turn around, shit, they might have dropped another one coming up. Now, I wanted to get the actual for y'all. I wanted to get the photos for y'all from the actual lawsuit, right? Let me see if I can get those photos from y'all right now. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I can get the lawsuit right now. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Don't y'all go nowhere. I'm about to show y'all some of these pictures this girl put in this lawsuit, right? I'm about to show y'all right now. I got the pictures right here. Man, she put all kind of stuff in here. Man, what the hell? Yeah, she definitely put pictures in this lawsuit. I'm looking at it right now. Put a picture of herself. Put pictures of notes. Hold on. Let me see what this is. Oh, yeah. She put a picture of the hotel, date, bill, all this stuff in there. This girl put evidence in this lawsuit. She put a picture of the actual flight tickets. Hold on. Let me put this on the screen for y'all so y'all can see this. I'm gonna put this on the screen for y'all. We're gonna go into this a little bit. I got this right here. I got this right here. Right here. Most deaf. And, you know, let me show y'all some of the pictures that she put in this lawsuit. Right here. And she sued. This is the second woman. I'm gonna tell y'all who she sued now. So this woman right here, with this lawsuit, she sued Diddy. She sued Bad Boy. She sued Atlanta Records, Mike Savas. She sued Delta Airlines. She sued KK Jams 105.3 FM. She sued Roger Smith Hotel. And she sued Jane Doe's 1 through 10. She sued all those people in this one lawsuit. So all of these people, she included airlines, she included the radio station, she included Atlanta Records, she included the Roger Smith Hotel, and she included Diddy, and she included Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc., and she included 1 through 10 John and Jane Doe's, who have been unidentified. Now, in her lawsuit, she's saying in her lawsuit, right? Straight up, excuse me, guys. She's saying that in a lawsuit, she's filing it under the NYC Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, right? And they created a look back window on March the 1st, 2023, which runs for 2 years for survivors of gender motivated violence, allowing them to sue their abusers regardless when the abuse occurred. NYC Administration Code 10-11058. Now, let me show y'all these pictures. Let me get these pictures in here and show y'all. She actually took pictures. She actually took pictures in this lawsuit. And she put attached photos in this lawsuit. And I'm gonna put some of these photos in this from this lawsuit. I'm gonna put these photos in here right now of her, of the actual woman that's making this claim. I'm gonna put that lawsuit in there. Again, her name is LaTroya Grayson for this particular claim, And she is not being represented by Tony Busby. She's being represented by she's being represented by Ariel Mitchell Kidd is who she's being represented by. You know what I'm saying? And also, again, I'm going to put, she has different pictures in here. Matter of fact, let me put this up here. Hold on. I'll make sure I get all this here. And she has pictures of her airline tickets. She has pictures of the herself at the event uh at a limousine service. Um which they rented while they were there to get them from the airport to the hotel, right? Uh, they also have hotel records, photos of that. This is Ariel Mitchell Kidd did a good job on filing this lawsuit. The reason why I say this is because they actually, I mean, a lot of people either put it in there or they save it for court, but she actually put these, you know, she actually put these receipts in the and the what you call it. This woman actually put a picture of herself waiting in the line to get in the party. She actually has a picture of that in the lawsuit. This is crazy. I'm looking at this stuff right now. I'm finna put it on your screen so y'all can see this. Uh, Also, man, she has pictures. Hold on, who is that? What the? Hold on. She has pictures with multiple people. Um, Male and female in this picture. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put this on the screen for y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I get this right. She also has pictures of the waitresses that were there that provided the drinks. She actually put photos of the waitresses, y'all, that provided the drinks. This shit is crazy. She put photos of the waitresses that allegedly provided the drinks. She also put a picture up there, a medical picture, right? I guess this is the hospital bill, right? She doesn't know how she ended up at the hospital. Somehow she ended up at the hospital. And again, I told y'all she has a picture up there, you know, of her of the actual medical bracelet. She kept a picture of that. This woman kept a picture of this stuff after all these years. So a lot of people say, "Oh man, well, why they wait so many years to come forward?" Man, why in the hell do you think she kept this information for years? Why do you think she kept this information for years? Why you think this? Make it make sense. Why do y'all think that she kept this information for years? Straight up. Right? Right? So think about this. Think about this. And she put all of these different things in her lawsuit. And there's more pictures that I'm going to show y'all that she actually put in this lawsuit. This lawsuit is damn near, God, dog, hold on. Bro, this lawsuit, ain't no way in hell I'm reading this. This lawsuit is 45 pages long. This lawsuit is 45 pages long, y'all. I ain't reading that. But I'm going to put these pictures on the screen for y'all. 45 pages long that lawsuit is. Now, I'm going to put this on the screen. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to put it on the screen for y'all, though. Put on the screen for y'all. All right? Make sure I put this on the screen for everybody. Get everybody's mind right on this thing. 45 pages long, y'all, is this lawsuit. I want y'all to think about this. 45 pages. So now let me cue this up right here. Let me cue this up. Cue this up. Let me see. Right here. And let's put it on the page right here. Got a picture of her. Got a lot of different pictures up here, you guys. I got about she attached about maybe 12 pictures to this lawsuit. So she attached a lot of photos in this lawsuit, you guys. This was not one of these things where she did not. She attached a lot of pictures to this lawsuit. In fact, let me see. I'm missing one, and I don't want to miss that. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Missing one. I don't want to miss it. Let me see if it's that one. I think it's that one. Yeah, it's that one right there. All right, there we go. I'm missing that one right there. There we go. All right, y'all. So this is what's going on. Now, I'm going to show you guys the pictures she added in this lawsuit. First of all, this is her. That is the woman who is making the allegations, who's suing in this second case I showed y'all. That is the woman, Latoya Grayson, pretty black woman. That's the woman right there. Pretty sister. That's the woman right there. Now, all these pictures I'm gonna show y'all, she put inside of this lawsuit, right? So let's go through these pictures, uh, you know, one by one that she put inside this lawsuit. All right. So also you have this right here, the hotel. She actually took a picture of the hotel, right? So she took a picture of the hotel. She did not file under a Jane Doe. The first one filed under a Jane Doe, $1 trillion goddess. So it wouldn't make no sense to file under a Jane Doe and put your own name and picture in your lawsuit. So wrong. It's two different lawsuits, man. That's why I tell you, y'all gotta listen when I come in here. You gotta listen to what I said. We're talking about the second lawsuit. The second lawsuit is from Ariel Mitchell Kidd, the lawyer. They did not file under a Jane Doe. They filed under her actual name. These are the pictures she put in the lawsuit. These aren't pictures nobody else scraped from the web. Here's another picture she put in the lawsuit right there. Okay, no problem, $1 trillion goddess, but just make sure you know what we saying before you come say that, because you saying it like I'm doing that. Nah, I ain't trying to do that. You gotta listen. Much love to you, sister. This right here, it says right here that the party was scheduled for October 2006, but it was rescheduled without warning or explanation, and the plaintiff received an initial letter from Atlantic providing instructions on how to attend the party and the details of the party dated for the original date of the white party. As y'all see it right there. So that is the letter that she got about the party right there. Because, people be asking for this type of stuff. So I put this up because they be attaching photos and stuff like this in the lawsuits. But a lot of people don't actually read the lawsuits. They just read the reports and then come out here and say, oh, ain't no evidence. Like, bro, y'all got to read the lawsuits. You guys not even reading the lawsuits. You're not even looking at all the attachments in the lawsuits. Here are the copies of her flight tickets right there. That's the copy of her Delta tickets right there. A lot of people are attaching these type of things in their lawsuits. The problem is that a lot of the people who do videos and content, they're lazy. They don't want to go through these lawsuits. This lawsuit is 40 something, 45 pages almost. It's 44 pages. And these people don't want to read all 44 pages. I'm going to read all 44 pages. See what I'm saying? So I'm going to know different details that's in the lawsuit. I'm going to know things that have been attached in these lawsuits. And I'm going to know a lot of these things that are going on. So again, here's another one. She took photos of herself with the limo service that she paid for to get from the airport to the hotel because everything else is free. Right? So her sibling rented a limousine transport to transport them from the airport to the hotel in an effort to make most of their free trip. Then you have more. She put this picture up. It don't get no better than what she's showing you right here. She's showing a picture. She took a picture of herself that she kept of her in the line. Upon arrival at the location where the black party was thrown, plaintiff and other contest winners were forced to wait in line for entrance into the party. She showed the picture right there of her waiting in line. She's a beautiful woman too. Beautiful woman. Y'all see it, right? She's very beautiful. You see it right there. She's beautiful. Straight like that. Beautiful. So that's the picture of her waiting in line, right? Here are other pictures she took and she attached in the lawsuit. It says at one point, the plaintiff met an individual who purported to be defendant Combs' assistant and befriended the plaintiff who was alone. She took pictures of this, took pictures of that, put it in a lawsuit. But, people still not going to believe. They're going to say these people capping. But when you look at these lawsuits, and I come up here and put this stuff on the screen, now you start seeing the stuff people are attaching. And this came from years ago. She kept all this stuff from 2006, y'all. That's what she did, right? Again, so here it goes right here. It says, while at the party, there was no bar for party goers to get drinks. Instead, right, pre-made drinks were being circulated throughout the party by waitresses, right? And you guys see all these pictures right here she's dropping. Now, she also dropped a picture where she took a photo of them too. We're going to get to that in a second. Here's the picture of her medical right there when she went to the hospital after, right? Right? It says the next thing she remembered is waking up at St. Vincent's Medical Center of New York, right? And you guys see this right here on your screen. You guys see this right here on your screen, right? It's right there on your screen. So, she woke up in the hospital, said she didn't know what happened to her. She just woke up in the hospital. Without her underwear, clothes, all this stuff, right? And you guys can see it says when she regained consciousness at the hospital, she noticed her shirt was ripped, her underwear was missing, and she was not wearing any shoes and the money she had. Right there on your screen. And that right there is paperwork. Now, that is the actual bracelet that she had on. She took pictures of all this stuff. And you can see right there on the bracelet, October the 17th, 2006. That's the date right there. Her name is right there on it, LaTroya Grayson. She went to the emergency room. That's the bracelet right there. That's why I say it's important for people to read lawsuits. And if you guys look in the upper right-hand corner, I told you, this lawsuit's 45 pages. A lot of these people not reading these pages, man. They're not going to go read these 45 pages in these lawsuits. This lawsuit's 45 pages. A lot of these lawsuits, they're attaching all kind of photos and different things like this, screenshots, different information and stuff. People not looking at the lawsuits. They read the articles and say, hey, man, these people capping. Bro, you got to actually read the lawsuits. You got to read the lawsuits. You have to. Because if you're not reading the lawsuits, it don't make no sense. Right? And so if she didn't have this, people would say, hey, man, she lying about this whole situation, blah, blah, blah. But this is why I believe something did happen to her. Why in the blue hell did she keep all this after 6 years? You ain't keeping all these photos of the wristband and all this stuff after all these years, almost 20 years, if this didn't really happen. If something didn't really happen to you. The date right there. You can't make this stuff up. It's right there on your screen. Right? She also took a picture of the waitresses that were allegedly handing out the drinks. Well, she said they was giving out pre-made drinks. They took photos. Right? So what would that mean? Those waitresses each have a name. They can go to those waitresses and ask them, hey, did you guys actually pass out pre-made drinks that night? Boom. This is what happens when you have photos and you put these type of things in lawsuits. Now that goes to investigation. See what I'm saying? She put all this in the lawsuit. And you see right there, right? Where she checked into the hotel, the Roger Smith. She was required to pay a cash deposit to the hotel, which was provided and paid for by Atlantic. There it goes right there. Right? So if a lot of you guys would take time to actually read these lawsuits and stuff like that, I don't think they'll have some of the same commentary that you hear coming out from some of these people because they're just not reading the lawsuits. I'm reading all of these lawsuits, and this isn't the only lawsuit. This is the second lawsuit that came out against Diddy tonight. The second one. The other one was from Tony Busby. And I told y'all, Tony Busby, that lawsuit he put out, that is out now. The lawsuit he put out against her tonight. Right? Right? And now there's another lawsuit that's out. Let me repeat myself again. There is another lawsuit that's out. Right? Right? But I'm going to show y'all this. Let me see if I can put this stuff out here. Right? And so, again, let me see if I can. This is from the first lawsuit I'm talking about now. From this lawsuit. All right? Let me go back. This is from this lawsuit right here that I'm talking about now. The second, that pictures were from the second lawsuit. Now, this is from the first lawsuit that I told you guys about, right? Now, the first lawsuit is 19 pages. 19 pages, this first lawsuit, right? Now, this first lawsuit was from Tony Busby, right? And, you know, this first lawsuit, let me see. Man, it goes in. It goes in, bro. And so let me say this right here, right? Let me see. I'm gonna read this part right here, right? It says, wow. 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 Hold on one second, y'all. Damn, they pulled out everything in this lawsuit. They talked about Adrian English in this lawsuit. They talked about Don Richard in this lawsuit. These are all the things they talked about in this first lawsuit. They talked about, man, dog, hold on. They talked about Adrian. They talked about Adrian English, Don Richard. They talked about a former model by the name of Crystal McKinney and April Lampros. They talked about Lil Rod in this lawsuit. Man. Liz Gardner, Joy Dickerson Neal. Damn. They talked about Cassie Ventura. Man, they didn't talk about everything in this damn lawsuit. Damn. And so also in this first lawsuit, I'm going to read you guys the specifics real quick. Okay. So here's the allegations specifically from this lawsuit, the first lawsuit I told y'all about tonight. It says that the plaintiff and her female friend visited New York City in December of 1991 to spend Christmas with her two friends who lived in the city. After the holiday, the plaintiff stayed in the city to attend an event she was invited to by another acquaintance of hers, a rapper who was a prominent in the industry at the time. They don't name this rapper. Remember, I told y'all they put a rapper in the lawsuit, but they don't name the rapper who she was allegedly going to see. They left that name out of this lawsuit. The next it says the event was a charity basketball game occurring at City College in New York City on December the 28th, 1991. It says that plaintiff and her female friend were dropped off at the event early so that they could get in to see the rapper who invited her. Plaintiff recalls the crowd outside being very large and growing unruly, but once she spoke to security, she and her friend were let in ahead of the crowd. It says once inside, the plaintiff watched security attempt to contact her rapper friend via radio, but was unable to. The plaintiff recalled him telling her to ask for his co-sponsor of the event if no one could find him when she got there. That co-sponsor was up-and-coming producer by the name of Sean Diddy Combs, right? Or Puffy at that time. It says that plaintiff asked to be directed to Puffy, despite not knowing who he was. So they're saying the reason why she ran into Puffy is because she was told to go find Puffy because Puffy knew where her rapper friend should have been, that she was going over there to see, right? So it said that, the plaintiff then asked to be directed to Puffy despite not knowing who he was, right? It says she and her friend were taken to an office at the back of a locker room, right? They had an office in the back of the locker room. And that's normal. In high schools, let me say this. This is how I know that girl that was in here, that I blocked, that old-ass girl that was in here looking like a dusty-ass, low-budget, fake-ass Nicole Murphy. That's why I blocked her stupid ass, because she was out there acting like it wasn't. Bro, let me tell you something. Everybody knows this. If you play basketball in high school, if anybody play basketball in high school, bro, the coach's the coach's office is in the goddamn locker room. Most of the coaches' offices are in the locker room. So there are offices that are in the locker room. That's a fact. I remember that from high school. In high school, you could walk in the locker room, and back in the locker room, there's an office for the coaches or for the coach. So I can believe that. Definitely can believe that there was an office back there. Not saying that the allegations against Diddy are true or not. I'm saying I can believe that part of it. Anybody that played high school, college, high school basketball, volleyball, anything, there was the office in the locker room. That's where it mainly was at. So it says that the plaintiff asked to be directed to Puffy despite not knowing who he was. She and her friend were taken to an office at the back of a locker room where Combs had a makeshift dressing room set up. He introduced himself and his bodyguard, who then stood outside the door while they talked. Plaintiff's friend told Dick Combs how excited she was to be there and how much she wanted to meet some of the other celebrities there. After mentioning her favorite rapper, who remains unnamed, Combs said that he could take her to see him and that the plaintiff should stay and keep waiting for Myers. It says the plaintiff did so, but Myers did not arrive. It says eventually Diddy Combs returned with a plastic cup full of what he purported to be a Coca-Cola. Plaintiff drank some of it, but did not finish it as she did not like the taste. It goes on to say, plaintiff began to feel woozy and attempted to leave to find her rapper friend on her own, but Combs blocked her exit. He told her she needed to stay, and that is when she noticed he was touching himself in a suggestive manner. He began to fondle the plaintiff and overpowered her when she struggled. Combs removed her undies and began sexually assaulting her before climbing on top of her and putting it inside. Shortly after it began, Combs was called to the door by a bodyguard who was standing watch on the other side. So she's saying one of the bodyguards that night stood watch on the other side. It says Combs came back and told the plaintiff he had to go deal with something. Plaintiff told Combs what he did was not right, and she needed to tell her rapper friend because she was there to see him and did not want him to think that she had sex with Combs willingly. Combs told her that she should not do that because, quote unquote, people can come up missing and that he would never know. The plaintiff waited in the room for a short period to gather herself and make sure that Combs was not returning, then took the opportunity to leave. The scene outside was chaotic. There were people packed into the building and running in every direction. The plaintiff spent about a half an hour looking for her friend before finding the exit. The plaintiff eventually found her friend, and two of them made it to a phone to call for a ride home. Now, I know y'all gonna try to say, "Oh, was that Gene that was outside that door waiting outside that locker room?" That was not Gene Deal, because remember, Gene said 7 months ago that he was on the door outside of the gym, not inside. So that would not have been Gene Deal. That's why I played that interview from the Art of Dialogue from 7 months ago, way before this lawsuit was filed. Because I know how y'all get down, and y'all was gonna say Gene, Gene, Gene. But Gene self-admittedly was on the outside door trying, because he talked about how he was on the outside trying to stop people from going in to the gym. So Diddy apparently had another bodyguard that was on the inside. Now, I know my boy Art of Dialogue, once he sees this, he probably gonna ask Gene about this situation, and we will see what his answer is. Uh, you know, when we hear from him about this situation. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to put that out there because I know how the internet gonna do with this situation. You know what I'm saying? So I think there was like 8 security guards, but Gene said that they wanted way more, if I'm not mistaken. But they didn't. Did he cut back on the security guards? So that's why they had a problem at that door, and all those people passed away. Remember, Gene was at the door. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to fight the people from coming in and trying to help save the people at the door from the outside that was coming in. So actually, Gene's testimony 7 months ago, or his interview, took himself out of what would have been the position that this woman said that the bodyguard who witnessed or knew what was going on, was making watch outside of the locker room, saw. So, I'm pretty sure Art's going to ask Gene. And I'm pretty sure Gene, I don't know if he knows the person still or whatever. He might, you know what I'm saying? You never know. But most definitely, man. So that was from the first lawsuit right there. And that lawsuit was 19 pages long. The second lawsuit was 45 pages long. The first one is from Tony Busby, and the second one is from Ariel Mitchell Kidd. That's who the second lawsuit is from, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, right? And so these are the situations that's going on right now with this entire, man, this thing is crazy, man. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Definitely let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe, man. Salute to all of you guys who are watching this stream, watch this video, tapped in. And I'll be back with different updates on different stories later. Y'all hit the like button. Let's get over a couple thousand likes in this video. I'm gone.